So, hi guys, welcome to my presentation on liberty and slavery, written by George Moses Harden. This is a poem. So, what is liberty? Liberty means freedom, the right to live your own life, make your own choices, and speak or act without being unfairly controlled by others. Liberty allows people to be happy, equal, and respected. Then, while slavery is when people are forced to work without pay, without freedom, and without a choice. Slaves were treated like property instead of human beings. They couldn't decide what to do, where to go, or even what to dream about. Say hello to George Moses Horton. He wrote the poem on liberty and slavery. He was born on 1798 and died on 1884. He is an African American poet who wrote sentimental love poems and anti slavery protests. He was one of the first professional black writers in America. So, this is the first stanza. So, let's start. Alas, and am I born for this, to wear this loveless chain, deprived of all created bliss, through hardship, toil, and pain. So ang slavish chain guys, ang meaning ana is the feeling of being trapped, controlled, and not free to choose your own life. Horton begins with sorrow, asking if he was born only to suffer and wear chains. He feels life's happiness has been stolen from him. So na-question diri guys, related ni siya sa first stanza. If we were born and told you could never chase your dreams, like no school, no play, or no freedom to choose, would you not feel the same pain? Then, content. Okay, so Horton is asking a very sad question. Was I really born just to be a slave? He wonders if his whole life is only meant for suffering, carrying chains, and having no freedom. Imagine having to work every day under the sun, not because you chose to, but because someone forces you. That is the life he was given. Like, kanang example po guys, gusto ka mo dula sa gawas, pero gilakan ka sa sulod sa inyong room o sa inyong balay. Nga, ginapermente lang ka ginasugo permi. Diba, you feel sad? Mupod na ginabati sa mga ulipon o mga enslaved person o mga enslaved people. Kana mura siya, mura gipreso o walay kagawasan or freedom. So next stanza, this is the second stanza guys. How long have I in bondage lain, and languished to be free? Alas, and must I still complain, deprived of liberty? So ang language guys, ang meaning anak niya is to suffer and to grow weaker while waiting. He says he was waited too long for freedom and wonders if he will ever receive it. Have you ever waited for something so long like success, happiness, or love that you began to lose hope? This stanza shows how painful it is to keep waiting for freedom that never comes. Imagine you're not allowed to play, laugh, or anything you love for many years. Diba, syempre you would feel hopeless. That is how Horton felt as a slave. Like, ano pa siya, example mo na ito nga, parehas sa butterfly nga galupad-lupad sa mga bulaklak. Kung ibutang nimo sa garapon, dili na siya malipay. Parehara na sa mga tao nga kinahanglan pod og freedom or kagawasan. Horton is saying that he has been in bondage or slavery for a very long time. He has suffered so much that he has grown weak and tired, always wishing for freedom. He wonders sadly, will I always have to keep crying out and complaining? Will I always live without liberty? Okay, guys, so this is the third stanza. O heaven, and is there no relief beside the silent grave to soothe the pain, to quell the grief and anguish of a slave? Ang language ay silent grave guys kay meaning anak niya is death. Ang silent grave. He feels that maybe only when he die, his suffering finally stop. So he cries out to heaven, asking if only death can bring peace from his suffering. Have you ever whispered to God in your darkest nights, asking, when will my pain end? Horton speaks directly to heaven, as if he is praying. He asks, Is there no help for me before I die? Must I wait until the grave to find peace? The silent grave means that, okay, explain na ako na siya ganiha. He feels that maybe only when he dies will his suffering finally stop. So, in this stanza, it shows that slavery is not just about physical work. It hurts deeply inside too. Think of when you are really sad and someone comforts you. It makes you feel better. Horton wishes for that kind of comfort, but as a slave, he feels there is none. Mura po na siya sa klase, guys. Example, kung ang uban estudyante gisugtan nga magdula, pero ang uban perminti lang ginakasab-an ni bisag walay sala, di ba? Dili siya patas. Unfair kayo siya. So mo pod na ang ginabati sa mga enslaved people. Next, fourth stanza. Come liberty, thou cheerful sound, roll through my ravished ears. Come, let my grief in joys be drowned, and drive away my fears. Horton imagines liberty like music, a sound that can heal his heart. When you hear music that lifts your soul, don't you feel free for a moment? Imagine being trapped in a dark room, then suddenly hearing music and laughter outside. You would feel excited and hopeful. That is how Horton feels when he dreams of liberty. It would wash away his sadness. Like from example pud ana guys, bisan ka nang dili ka makalakaw sa inyong balay, pwede gihapon ka mangandoy nga mahimong doktor or mahimong teacher. Ang damgo guys mao magpabuhi sa paglaom. So Horton imagines liberty or freedom as if it is a sweet, beautiful song. He longs to hear it because it would bring happiness to his ears and heart. He believes that if freedom came, his sadness would be replaced with joy, and his fears would disappear. So, this is the fifth stanza. Say unto foul oppression, cease. Yet tyrants rage no more, and let the joyful trump of peace now bid the vassal soar. So he dreams of peace, telling oppression to stop, and slaves finally rising to the sky. What if every form of oppression today, like bullying, injustice, or corruption, suddenly ended? Can you imagine the joy if every person could finally stand tall without fear? So Horton wishes for freedom to speak boldly and command slavery to stop. He calls slavery foul oppression, which means dirty, cruel, and wrong. He tells the tyrants or the slave masters to stop their anger and cruelty. He believes, or Horton believes, that one day slavery will end and everyone will be free. He doesn't give up. He keeps faith that freedom will come. Mura ra ko na siya kanang nagtuon ka bisan lisod, pero tungod kay nagtuo ka nga makabot nimo imong damgo. Mao pod na siya kanang nagsalig ka nga moabot ang kagawasan. The poet kept believing in freedom just like we believe in our goals. So guys, this is the last stanza or the sixth stanza. Soar on the pinions that dove, which long has cooed for thee, and breathe the air of freedom's love, and sing sweet liberty. He ends with a picture of a dove of peace, calling the slave to rise, breathe free, and sing liberty. If freedom come to you like a dove today, inviting you to rise, to live fully, to love without fear, would you let it carry you higher, or would you stay caged? Horton ends with hope. He imagines freedom like a dove, a bird that represents peace. He says that dove has been waiting for the slave for a long time, calling softly, cooing for him to rise. Um, the poet says that when freedom finally comes, people will live in peace and happiness. No one will control or hurt others anymore. Like sa in Bisaya pa guys, kung ang tanan sa klase magtinabangay og walay mamuli, tanan malipay og malinawon. Mao pod na ang pagawasan, mao pod na ang faith ang guys, magdala og kalinaw og kalipay. So this is the whole poem meaning or kanang moral lang siya gi kanang summary lang sa poem guys ba. The poem is about a man who is very sad because he was born into slavery. He wonders if his life will ever be more than pain, hard work, and sadness. He cries to God, asking if he will only find peace after death. But then, he imagines what freedom would feel like hearing the sweetest music, like a bird flying in the sky, like breathing fresh air for the first time. Even though he suffers, he never stops dreaming of liberty, because freedom is the most precious gift of a person can have. So there are four main themes in this poem. Firstly, freedom versus slavery. Freedom is life and joy, while slavery is pain and sorrow. Secondly, hope and longing. Even in suffering, he continues to hope for liberty. Thirdly, injustice. The poem questions why some people are free while others are forced to be slaves. And lastly, human dignity. Every person deserves respect and liberty, not chains and oppression. So remember, guys, that slavery was not just a history, but a warning. Whenever freedom is denied, humanity is wounded. This means that slavery is not just something that happened a long time ago. It is a lesson for everyone. It reminds us that when people are not free, when they are treated unfairly or not allowed to make their own choices, it hurts everyone, not just the person who is suffering. When someone loses their freedom, it's like the whole world loses a little bit of its kindness and goodness. That's why we should always respect others, treat people equally, and never take away anyone's freedom. In simpler words, when people are not free, the world becomes a sadder place. Freedom keeps our hearts and our world alive and good. Thank you guys for watching Rogue Vlog.